Hi, Emily. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. I miss Aura. I miss my acupuncture.
Yeah, it's a tough time, but it's gonna end soon.
I hope so. Okay, so I mean, one good thing about all this time is that I have more time to cook from home. But, I am not gonna lie, like more stressed out and more anxious than ever. I know we've talked a little bit when I've come in session about different foods to eat to kind of optimize health depending on what I'm going through. But what do you recommend I add more of to my diet right now? Trying to work on stress, anxiety, bouts of like feeling just really drained.
Yeah. I mean, we're all in the same boat. So the things that I'm trying to incorporate in my diet that I'm trying to tell all my patients is kind of working with the chemicals that we know help with mood, meaning dopamine, tryptophan, serotonin, those kind of things.
So like
Um, like turkey. Turkey is a great one because it's very calming on the system, which is we need to eat as much turkey as we possibly can. But things like, I'm telling everybody just keep their diet as clean as they can and as healthy as they can. It's very easy to grab for like the depressing foods like a cheeseburger or something like that, or a loaf of bread, which is kind of what we all want to have right now. But, even for like basic things for like serotonin levels, like having oatmeal, which is huge for that, and then having like spinach, which is great for your dopamine, which is like a pleasure thing, and then bananas and nuts and
but
almonds and
spinach brings
eggs.
you pleasure.
Yeah, it does for your body. I don't know
Great.
in general by eating it, but yes, it's one of the highest levels of dopamine,
That'll
which
make
will
me
help
feel
with
better.
brain chemistry, which will make you feel better. But like what you said before is a really good one. A lot of protein is good. It also strengthens your system, but turkey is always written as like one of the better ones for just tryptophan levels. In Chinese medicine, we also think that your gut is your second brain. So treating your stomach really, really well will help your mood.
Right.
So even taking a probiotic wouldn't be a bad idea. A lot of people always recommend yogurt because of the probiotic levels. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. But anything that's going to help with gut health, meaning that so your bowels are moving smoothly, so that your stomach's pretty healthy and that you're eating a lot. I mean, all the things that we already know. I mean, during this time, it's really hard to exercise, but getting some exercise in each day, getting outside, getting a little vitamin D,
Yeah.
um,
My steps
getting enough sleep. Yeah, your steps aren't great.
my step average is so down. It's so sad.
Yeah, no, it's definitely very, very hard. And like, yeah, when it says like on your Fitbit or whatever to start moving and you start laughing because you're like, don't you know what's going on? Like, I can't. But like, yeah, it's definitely an issue. But you have to like make sure your diet is super clean, and trying to eat is like kind of these things, like the things that we all know, but like more of the whole foods and eating very clean. And especially because we're all in our kitchen all the time now, we have time to actually do it.
Yeah, I think that I have time to kind of recreate those good habits.
Yeah.
Now, what about immunity? Obviously, that's the hot topic. Like, what can I do naturally? What are some TCM related tips on immunity that I can work on?
Yeah. I mean, immunity is really hard. It's all those kind of things that are we've just already spoke about, but make sure you're getting enough rest. I mean, that's one of the huge things.
So
Try to
don't
exercise
read
in your home.
Twitter at midnight
Yeah, do not read Twitter at midnight. That's
because
probably the worst thing.
that's
Or
been my
don't read
midnight
your like
ritual.
news feed. Yeah, your
Yeah.
news feed. Yeah, that's not ideal. I mean, even if you're reaching for like a sweet something, dark chocolate is like the greatest option. It's always good for you. And as long as you don't eat anything to the excessive amount, you're good with it.
Oh,
Um,
so not a bar
yeah, yeah.
of food chocolate.
No.
Okay.
Well, you can have a bar. I'd rather you eat a bar than look at your Apple news feed. I think it's a much better option.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's the same things that we're all talking about, but like staying away from reading too much on what's going on, getting enough rest, eating well, trying to exercise in your home. Those are probably the things that we're all healthcare providers trying to push on our patients. So, it's keeping your diet clean, keeping all those things going, and really trying to work at like staying sane through these times, because that's all you can do. And you just have to know that this isn't going to last forever, and this is going to be over sometime soon. And we're all going to look back and be like, oh my God, those quarantine days.
Right. And so maybe at the very least, I'll have a new habit of having lots of spinach and turkey.
Yeah, spinach, turkey. blueberries and
serotonin, dopamine.
yeah, exactly. Just as long as we can do anything to increase our dopamine and serotonin levels, I think that's one of the biggest things.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I'll check back and let you know how it's going.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.